You have the same number of hours in your day as Elon Musk, Marie Curie, and the guy who built Amazon in his garage. So why does it feel like you're drowning in tasks and still getting nowhere? We've all said it. I just need more time. I'll get to it when things calm down. If I had an extra hour, I'd finally get my life together. But what if I told you, your problem isn't time. It's bullshit. Too much of it. Let's break this myth right now. You're not running out of time. You're running out of space. Mental, emotional, digital, and physical space, because your life is cluttered with distractions, obligations, and habits that look productive, but are actually bleeding you dry. Let me show you what I mean. The average person checks their phone 96 times a day. That's every 10 to 12 minutes. And that's just the average. Some of you, way more.
No! God, please, no!
The modern world doesn't steal your time with one big explosion. It eats it, nibble by nibble, through tiny dopamine hits, open tabs, group chats, pointless notifications, and yes, pretending to be busy so you can feel important. But being busy is not the same as being effective. Let me tell you a quick story. A guy wakes up at 7 a.m. He opens his phone, checks Instagram, answers a few DMs, replies to some emails. He scrolls through YouTube while brushing his teeth, plays a podcast during breakfast, listens to motivational speeches while doom scrolling the news. He tells himself this is productive. By noon, he's exhausted, can't focus, brain fog. So he takes a break, more scrolling, more content, maybe a snack. By the end of the day, he's frustrated. Because despite all that activity, nothing actually moved forward. He didn't write the book, didn't start the business, didn't have a real conversation. He lived a day full of almosts. Almost did something. Almost made progress. Almost felt alive. Sound familiar? This is the invisible trap. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Every time you say yes to something meaningless, you say no to something essential. Every time you check a notification you didn't need to see. Every time you join a meeting with no agenda. Every time you scroll just for a minute. You're making a trade, your attention, for nothing. Want more time? Don't add, cut. Start removing the noise. Let's go deeper. Here's the first thing most people don't realize. You're not tired because you worked hard. You're tired because you switched focus 87 times before lunch. Context switching kills momentum. Every time you shift attention, your brain loses energy regaining focus. It's like trying to run a marathon, but stopping every block to check your phone and answer trivia questions. You don't need a new calendar app. You need to stop letting the world yank your mind around like a puppet. Start by doing this. Write down everything you did yesterday, hour by hour. Be honest. You'll be shocked at how much time got chewed up by junk. Now, highlight the stuff that actually mattered, that actually moved the needle, that gave you energy or built your future. See the gap? That's where your real time is hiding. In plain sight, wasted, silently. Here's something even more brutal. Most people are not overwhelmed because they have too much to do. They're overwhelmed because they haven't decided what matters. You're saying yes to everyone, everything, all the time. Yes to that birthday dinner you didn't want to go to. Yes to replying to that email that could have waited. Yes to saying sure instead of I'll pass. Every yes is a withdrawal from your energy bank. If you don't track it, you go broke. So what do high performers do? They start by defaulting to no. Not out of ego, out of clarity. If it doesn't align with their mission, their values, or their current priorities, it's a no. Not a rude no, a clear no. Because clarity is kindness to yourself and to everyone around you. Now, here's where things get even deeper. You don't just need fewer distractions. You need fewer identities. What? Let me explain. You're juggling 17 versions of yourself. The productive one, the funny one, the smart one, the nice one, the cool one, the people pleaser, the overthinker, the one who has to post every day or they don't exist. Each one of those personas comes with obligations, and those obligations cost time. Ask yourself, who are you trying to impress? Who are you performing for? Whose attention are you addicted to? Cut that. Cut them. Cut the version of you that doesn't serve the person you're becoming. But let's pause for a moment and ask something deeper. Why do we do this? Why do we keep choosing short bursts of meaningless stimulation over long-term satisfaction? Here's where neuroscience enters the picture. Every time you check your phone, get a like, see a notification, or even anticipate one, your brain releases a small spike of dopamine. It's the brain's reward chemical. It feels good, but it comes with a hidden cost. Dr. Anna Lemke, author of Dopamine Nation, explains that the brain works like a balance scale. When we repeatedly spike dopamine through instant gratification, scrolling, fast food, porn, shopping likes, the brain adapts by reducing the pleasure we get from it. And not just that, it starts to make it harder to feel joy from anything at all. That's why deep work, reading, silence, or even just sitting still can feel uncomfortable now. You've trained your brain to chase noise, to seek chaos, to fear stillness. A 2022 study in the journal Nature Communications showed that frequent task switching not only impairs focus in the short term, it actually alters the brain's default networks, making it harder over time to stay with one thought. That's why you can't finish that book, why you open and close the same app 5 times in 5 minutes, why you feel anxious when you're not distracted. Your brain is not broken, it's conditioned. But here's the most powerful part. You can rewire it. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to adapt, means that every time you resist the urge to scroll, every time you embrace boredom, every time you do something hard without a quick reward, you tilt the scale back toward clarity and balance. Think of your attention like a muscle. It's been atrophied by junk, but you can rebuild it. Start with 10 minutes a day of focused, undistracted work. No phone, no background noise, just you and one task. It'll feel awful at first. Like withdrawal, that's normal. You're not failing, you're healing. And with time, you'll crave the silence. You'll hunger for depth. You'll feel powerful, not from consuming, but from creating. Let's take this further. There's a concept in neuroscience called synaptic pruning. It means the brain eliminates connections that are rarely used and strengthens those that are repeated. So ask yourself, what are you wiring your brain for? Reactivity or focus? Consumption or creation? Escape or purpose? Every behavior is a vote for the person you are becoming. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems and your habits. And most people have built systems for distraction, not success. So here's your moment, your line in the sand. Build a system for clarity. Create a daily window where you are unreachable, not by accident, but by design. Turn off notifications. Leave your phone in another room. Let people know you're not available, and protect that time like your life depends on it, because in many ways, it does. The world will not reward you for being available. It will bury you in noise and applaud your exhaustion. But when you say no, when you go dark to do deep work, when you build something that matters, that's when you become dangerous, not to others, but to every excuse you've ever made. So here's the truth, again, one final time. You don't need more time. You need less bullshit. And most of that bullshit lives between your ears. Cut it, challenge it, replace it. Because clarity isn't found. It's forged in silence, in discomfort, and in focused effort. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are distracted. Fix that, and you'll be unstoppable.